Sorry, Nyota, you said something about critical areas, critical infrastructure. When we talk about critical areas, hotels, even mosques, churches, religious places, and you say you have been having talks with these ones, and we just wanted to find out what exactly you should be saying to these people. If you met with the leaders, what about the members? Perhaps this is an opportunity for you to say something so that when they go to their places of worship, they should be able to know what to look out for.
Yeah, when you what we try to advise, first of all, there should be effective access control. Don't allow vehicles to be parked near the worship areas. Have the security arrangement within those places of worship should, engage the official security, the police and other agencies. And first of all, that guy you are sitting with, is he a regular person that you see? And when we are advised that if somebody is coming, it could be a pregnant woman. It may not, but the person is so dressed, looking unusually, and the movement is the wrong way. We always advise them to, observe, so that somebody does not carry bomb into the worship center. And also, when they want to have major programs, we also advise them to alert us so that we can deploy our various assets, especially the Explosive Ordnance Division of the Nigerian Police Force, to do a scanning of the event area, of the venue, and and then again we also advise them to have meetings with us, so that if they want to have any program that will attract a large crowd, they will also let us know. And then we have advised, especially the schools, we've advised that they provide identification cards for students, so that when they are going to the campus, you are able to know who is coming. Is this fellow a student? And then you have people around the gate that can identify the student and identify the ID cards. And we've also advised the schools to place perimeter security, fence, so that you can have one access in and one access out. You don't just leave the place open. Because what we found is that once people go to some of these places, the parking is not properly arranged. And so we deploy our officers to work with the rules so that we can properly arrange parking, for these people. But very, very important, we advise that vigilance, the wisdom in vigilance cannot be stressed too highly. Because if you are a regular worshiper to a place, you will know, the pattern. So all this, have helped to deal with the issue of, and we tell them vehicles to look out for, especially the golf cars. They are very of interest to us. Even somebody carrying a laptop coming to the church, we ask that, look, keep such equipment away, because experience has shown that you can build explosive in all this. And we don't expect you, when you are going to the church, to carry a can of Coke, because some of these materials are used to detonate explosive. So with this continuous sensitization has allowed people to look out. We talk to them specifically, and their response has been greatly encouraging, because I think so far that has helped us. And again, we also emphasize to them that once people are closing from the place of worship, the flow should continue, so that you don't provide a sitting target for these dangerous elements. You need to, and we don't allow hawking around these places of worship, because when you have people with wheelbarrows, with other things selling close to these places of worship, you never can know. Somebody can be embedded in them, and you think it's just just an ordinary hawker. That can also become a serious issue. So all these things we've been telling them, I think to a great extent, has helped to keep some of these places of worship, safe. And again, we talk to the commercial centers, have in place arrangement of screening of people coming to buy things, and as much as possible, have CCTV in place to complement, the effort of government.
Okay, Mr. Nadegu, Well, commendable, we will say. But the other part, something you said earlier, got me thinking. You said everyone has the phone numbers of the various police units and commissioners and all of that, and officers of men. But the question I want to ask is, these phone numbers, are they toll-free? Are they short codes, or is it the full-length 11 digits of phone numbers that people have to remember? Or has the FCT been able to get a short code that can be remembered real quickly?
Well, the numbers we use at the moment, we have 4 lines for the FCT control. They are 11 digits, but we made it simple. Ideally, the emergency number for Nigeria is 112. I think the Federal Capital Territory Administration has that in place, and I am aware that there are plans to slave that to the FCT Police Command. But in the interim, what we are utilizing these numbers, these 4 numbers, which are 11 digits. But the trick we played about it is, if you go to your phone contact, the alphabet A will first come. So if you want to save these 4 numbers, we advise that you make it A, 1 single space, A in 3 places. The second number, A, single space, A in 4 places. Then like that, A, single space, A in 5 places. So that once you go to your phone contact, the first numbers that you will get will be the police helplines, and they are 4 in number. And why these numbers are very useful is, even if you are in the FCT and you have a relation, for example, in Port Harcourt, that calls you, look, something is happening around here. If you call our helplines, we are able to call quickly any of the 36 police commands, because we have all their numbers and we are all connected. So this has helped. But right now, 112 is not in operation, but if you use alphabet AA, you reduce the digits and you can easily reach it. But I think there are plans too.
Mr. Nalego, you say there are 4 operational helplines, and you just said 112 is not operational. At a time such as this, when there is a imminent security threat on Abuja, and then it's Christmas time, do you think this is adequate? And what is the police force doing to work on the helplines to improve it?
Yeah, I think the NCC, the arrangement was on. But I think recently the Inspector General of Police did send communication experts to my office, discuss the issue of communication, the issue of CCTV. And when these guys came, we told them what needed to be done. But in my conversation with the head of FCT, Federal Capital Territory Administration Communication Center, we've really discussed and we have agreed that instead of having that 112 being in operation in the FCTA, we should, have our base, one of our base set there, and we deploy to that facility. So I think if the 112 is right now is not in operation, but this saving our number as A so far has proven very, very useful. But there are plans, and we have told them, we have told the FCT, we are going to embed our officers in that office, and this will temporarily take care of this until this is done. But I am very, very much aware that something is being done to ensure that the 112 comes into operation.
Very quickly before we go, there must be some hot spots you would love the residents to be wary of. Aren't there any ones before you start giving us those numbers?
Yeah, we always tell people, places like the Beggar Roundabout, even though we have dominated the area, we always ask people to be careful. And then when you are taking taxis, as much as possible, take painted taxis from that area. And of course, also the Area 1 roundabout. We also ask people to be watchful. And of course, the Nyanya axis, we also advise people to be wary of such places. But what we've done, because we have identified some of these crime spots, we conduct regular raids in those locations. We We deploy our officers to those places on intelligence gathering, and this has helped to keep those places calm. And this is why I think FCT has been very, very calm. So there are a few places, and of course, the day area. Those are areas we also think we pay particular attention to.
And away from the complaints numbers showing on the screen that we just had on the screen, what are those other numbers that you would love to give to residents in the FCT?
Yeah, I think it's very important to have this 0803 2003 913, 0806 15 938, then 0705 73 37 653, and 0802 89 40 883. These are the numbers, and as I stated earlier, use alphabet A, and we advise all those having major events, weddings, and other events, please, in your program brochure, these numbers should be written somewhere under it so that it can be more widely circulated.
And you say the response time is 5 minutes, and in any worst case scenario, you have 10 minutes to be there.
That's correct.
CP Wilson Inaligu, many thanks for speaking with us. He's the Commissioner of Police in the FCT, and he's been able to give us some phone lines, some helplines, and we do hope that residents will look over their shoulders all the time, be vigilant in religious places, marketplaces, motor parks, and even before you board the taxi. And whatever you see, the police would love to have a call from you and see how best they can act on this. We'll take a moment here. We'll return shortly. Join us again.